The level of dedication and time put into developing this DLC-sized Subnautica mod is honestly amazing to me. It really goes to show that modding is the future of Subnautica, as long as we have people who are willing to dedicate so much time into creating completely free Subnautica mods like this one. From a massive drill that automatically collects resources around the clock to a fully functional teleportation system, the Alterra Hub Mod, also known as the Subnautica Automation update, seriously seems to have it all. And upon loading into the game, the first thing you'll notice is a new signal that says Alterra Hub Fabrication Facility. Upon traveling there, you'll notice that the signal is coming from the Cragfield biome, and there is a completely new wreck that has been added to the game. As you can see, it's definitely not the biggest Subnautica wreck out there, but it's definitely not small either. And after exploring a little bit further, you'll notice a single entrance to the wreck located right here. If we travel inside, it's kind of a maze at the start, but once we navigate through this, you'll notice that the entire interior has been completely decorated and furnished, although of course it is all underwater. Now I'm assuming this was the intended entrance to this specific room. We have security and info over here, and this is really the only direction we can travel. We have a door that we need to repair that's blocking our way, so let's go ahead and repair through that. And we can just open the door now, awesome. And you'll notice on the wall over here it says, "Welcome to Alterra Hub Deck." Now the assumption is that this was a part of the Aurora that broke off and then landed in the Cragfield. But over here you'll notice it says Fabricator Room, Staff Lounge, and Generator Room. Let's go ahead and see what we can find over here. We have this staff lounge right here. Let's go in here first, I suppose. As you can see, we have a ton of decorations like this computer monitor and this vending machine of peeper juice, which is not what I would have named it, but anyways, there's a whole lot of other furniture and things. But the wreck continues over here, and you'll notice that it says damage secondary systems, use repair tool. I'm going to wait to do that until we go in here though. It's another little maze, but once you finally navigate through it, you'll find yourself in this room. But before we explore this room, I'm working on a super cool but also really expensive video, and I'll be using today's sponsor, Infinite Galaxy, to help fund it, so I'd really appreciate it if you check it out. As someone who loves space, Infinite Galaxy has got to be one of the coolest mobile games out there. Set in the year 4659, you're a spaceport commander, whose goal is to restore your spaceport to its former glory, and from there rule the galaxy. But as time goes on, you may be required to defend your port from outsiders, in which case you'll be engrossed in an intense battle known as Ace Strike. The visuals and music are seriously amazing, and it's so much fun. Inside your spaceport, the interface is easy to follow and allows you to upgrade with ease. As the commander, you also have your own personal flagship, as well as a number of warships which you're able to upgrade and tweak according to your heart's desire. As you all know, I love a good story, and this game does not disappoint with that either. The story will keep you on the edge of your seat as you progress towards ruling the universe. But you can't do that alone. You'll need to recruit and appoint your crew to specific jobs in order to strengthen your spaceport. And you're not the only player vying for dominance. In fact, the vast world map is home to millions of other players you can interact with through intensely fun battles and events. The PvP aspect of this game really puts it on a whole nother level. You're also able to adjust your officer Laura, the game's most popular goddess, according to your liking. Download Infinite Galaxy for free using my link in the description, and receive an exclusive gift pack worth $60. Now go and enjoy each battle to the fullest. We have a separate room over here that seems to have a bunch of cargo boxes over here. It says on the door, locked door, no power, please check generator. And on the wall right here, it says generator offline, please replace power cells, amount needed 5. And if you turn around, you'll find conveniently there's a generator right here that needs 5 power cells. Using a little bit of magic, I suddenly have 5 power cells. Let's go ahead and put them in the generator. And there we go. Let's go ahead and reactivate over here. And suddenly the base has power somehow, even though it's underwater. This door is now opened. I don't think there's anything in here we can get. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's just a bunch of cargo boxes. The lights are on over here, but I think that's everything in that room, so let's go ahead and head out. And let's go ahead and repair this thing now because we're going to need it for later. Alright, so over here we have the generator room. That's what we were just in because that's where the generator was. And then down here we have the fabricator room, but it's blocked by a passcode. But if we head down here, we'll find this little hole right here that we can travel through again. And once we do so, we'll find ourselves in the security room, and oh look, the door has conveniently opened for us. In here we have a couple of computers, which is actually kind of cool because like there's computers in Subnautica. You can't open anything but the TXT files, but once we do open them, we have codes. There's nothing on this computer, but there are codes on this computer. Let's go ahead and open them. And then there are also codes on this computer right here. We're going to need all these codes for later, but if we look at the codes right here, you'll notice something interesting about all of them. Every single one of them but F has 0 in them, and on the keypad, if you remember, there was no option for 0, which obviously means the code is 8964. As you can see, there's no 0, but let's go ahead and enter the code 8964. There we go. And now we can open the door. Now inside here, I don't really think we can interact with anything. Once again, there's a bunch of decorations, and we have another locked door that we need a pin to get into. So let's go ahead and head back to the security room. Here we go. And if we look on the note that says antenna room codes, we'll find once again that 2 of the codes have 0 and 1 of them doesn't, which means the code is 3491. 3491. There we go. We can now enter the room. And inside the antenna room, what do you know? We have an antenna. And we have these damaged secondary systems that we saw earlier. Let's go ahead and repair them. And here we go. Here's the last one. And if we look on the screen right here, it says, please repair all the electrical boxes, which we did, and enter the 4-digit pin, which means we're once again heading back to the security room. So much fun, I know. And this time, not all of the codes have 0, which means we have to try between these last 2. Although I do somehow magically know that the code is 1993. Don't ask me how I know that. All right, here we go. 1993. And now reactivate.
Hello, my name is Ava. I am your
Okay.
personal assistant embedded in your FC Studios PDA.
Alright, looks like we got a new
I have
PDA.
established a connection to the nearest Alterra Hub fabricator station. Alterra Universal Transponder is unable to establish a connection to an authorized Alterra network. Alterra Hub now running in autonomous mode.
Alright, good to
Alternate
know.
instructions have been loaded to this PDA.
Alright, and yeah, now we have a completely new PDA. We can open and close it with F2. It lags a little bit, but whatever. And boom, we're suddenly back in the safe shells. Let's go ahead and open up
Please
our
create a
PDA.
temporary Alterra Hub account.
Okay, I guess I'll do
Temporary
that.
account is needed because the Alterra Universal Transponder is unable to establish a connection to an authorized Alterra network.
Alright.
This temporary account will let you accumulate Alterra credits and order goods and services from Alterra Hub. Don't worry, your temporary account will be merged with your official Alterra account when in range of an authorized Alterra network.
Well, thank goodness for that. I was really worried. Alright, I assume we go to account here and we create a new account. As you can see, there's also this pay debt button right here. Debt balance that big number. Okay, that's wonderful. If you guys don't remember, in Subnautica, the player owes like tons of money to Alterra because of course they're Alterra. So I guess this mod really makes that a reality. There's an automatic debt deduction right here. It's automatically on 10%, but we can turn it up to 100%. I think I'll keep it on 10% though. Alright, let's create a new account. There we go, create account.
Thank you for creating a temporary Alterra account. You can now order goods and services from enabled Alterra Hub catalogs. Ores deposited in an Alterra or consumer will add credits to your account.
Okay.
The Alterra depot holds your deliveries for pickup, so a convenient location is preferable.
Alright.
The Alterra transport drone terminal recharges the transport drone while it delivers your order.
Delivers my order?
Please route based traffic accordingly.
Interesting.
Please
There's
contact your project supervisor if any of these items are not available. For more information on these devices, please see the Alterra Hub Encyclopedia on the FC Studios PDA.
Alright, I will do that. As I was saying before I was interrupted, even though I guess the PDA was talking, it's interesting how there are like drones now. I wish the drones would like help me survive instead of giving me stuff, but you know, it's fine. I guess they might be helping me survive by doing that. But yeah, we have this new Alterra debit card right now, which is interesting. And in our new PDA, we have a couple of sections. We have an encyclopedia section over here, which the PDA talked about a moment ago. And it basically has detailed descriptions of literally everything. Like, look how much writing there is. It's actually insane. And it's literally for every single item that's added. So yeah, that's how you know they put a ton of effort into this mod. Seriously, it's insane. And then we also have the teleportation thing over here, which we haven't set up yet, but I'll be talking about that a little bit more later. And then finally, the main section is of course the store section. So over here we have 7 different categories. There's also of course cart right here, returns right here, and the shipment tracker right over here, which is interesting. But yeah, in each of these sections we have tons of different things that we can buy. Like seriously, there's tons of stuff. A neon bar stool. Over in life solutions we have a base utility unit, whatever that is. We have Alterra solar clusters, a Jetstream T242, okay, a windsurfer, interesting, and a whole ton of other things in all of these sections. I'll talk a little bit more about the specific things a little bit later. The vehicle solutions section is empty though. And then finally we have MISC, which is actually actually some of the stuff you can craft in vanilla Subnautica. But yeah, you may be wondering how we get all this money to buy all this stuff, and how on earth do we repay this massive debt to Alterra? Well, the PDA did mention it a little bit earlier, but basically how this works is as you collect materials, you sell them to Alterra to alleviate your debt and buy all these things, which you can of course then build. However, when you do build stuff, I believe you do lose money as well, and you go in even more debt, which is also wonderful. But by having this whole complex system, it basically creates a whole game within a game where you're slowly progressing and getting new things all the time. It seriously adds a whole new other level to Subnautica. I've gone ahead and built the most interesting things out of everything that has been added, because checking out literally everything would take way too long. I actually went ahead and counted. There are 94 unique things that have been added, which is honestly insane to me, because each of these have their own model, actually function, work together. It's seriously crazy that they got all this to work. But anyways, here are my favorite things in a little gallery walk right here. Alright, so first we have the Alterra solar cluster, which I mentioned earlier. This basically just generates a ton of power from the sun. It's basically a solar panel on steroids. It's insane. It generates power so fast. Power generation per second 14, as you can see, which is crazy. Over here we have power storage, which basically is a massive battery for your base and for all these things that have been added, I guess. Over here is one of my favorites actually, which is the Deep Driller Heavy Duty version, which basically just drills a ton of resources for you. You can put it in any biomes and it gets you different resources based on what biome you're in, I believe. Let's go ahead and press E to activate it. There we go. It's now getting the resources. You do of course have to get it power and then also fill it up with a ton of lubricant. As you can see, there's no items yet, but it will fill up as time goes on. And there's a whole bunch of settings over here and everything. It's seriously so complex, and this is only one of the things that have been added. There is also a smaller deep driller over here, which is also pretty useful. Of course, it doesn't get as many things as the deep driller, but hey, it's still pretty cool. Over here we have the recycler, which is basically the recyclotron from Subnautica Below Zero, but again on steroids. You can throw stuff away while also getting a bunch of the resources left. As you can see, we can just add an item to the recycler here and then open inventory to get our items back, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Over here, if you've ever wanted to have an elevator, well, here it is, I guess. Using this, you can basically go to any floor. Let's see, what floor do I want to go to? Let's go to the second floor. Here we go. We're now going to the second floor. And yeah, I can't imagine all the different applications that you could have for this, but I'm sure it's pretty cool what you can do with this thing. Oh, let's take a leap of faith. Okay, and then over here we have the Alterra ore consumer. I believe what this does is it sells the ores you get back to Alterra, and then of course it rewards you with a whole ton of money, which you can then spend on new things. Alright, we're on to the base section now, which is like internal stuff for your base. Over here we have the universal charger, which is exactly what it says it is. You can charge literally anything in here. Over here we have the energy pill vending machine, which according to the PDA gives you the performance boost you need when you're extremely hungry or thirsty. Okay, interesting. We also have a fire extinguisher refiller, which is also kind of cool. Right over here we have a mini med bay, which basically provides you with everything you need to stay alive. We got a ton of first aid kits right here. Awesome. And then over here, ooh, what do we have here? A teleporter. Interesting. Well, we'll get back to this a little bit later. Over here we have what's literally a refrigerator, so yeah, that's kind of cool. There is something like this in Subnautica Below Zero, but hey, we have it in Subnautica and it looks way cooler in my opinion. We got trash, food items, open sea breeze, water items, edit sea breeze name. Seriously, the amount of work put into each specific thing is amazing to me. We have a literal stove over here as well as a sink, which actually works, yes. And then a shower. Oh, does this actually work? Let's see. I actually don't know. Turn on shower. Yeah, it does. Wow. Okay, we can take a shower in Subnautica. That's just what I wanted. I've been asking for this for literally years. But yeah, I guess it's back to this teleporter over here. Now with these, you can basically set up a teleporter network all around your world. You can have teleporters literally anywhere, which means you can teleport to literally anywhere as well. Of course, I'm going to be teleporting to the base right next door. And yes, initiate the teleportation. Here we go.
Hello, Riley.
Oh.
How about some Z1 snacks? They go great with your favorite TV program.
Okay, yep, we're in the next space over. And it was this thing that was talking to me, the Peeper Lounge Bar. Okay, there's a whole ton of things here that we can buy. They're all very expensive. What the heck? Jeez, Alterra's making bank over here. What the heck, man? This is insane. But yeah, we can purchase all these things if you want to spend that much money on what's literally a Peeper whiskey. Okay. I mean, I guess if you're stranded on a planet and you really want that whiskey, go ahead. We also have an auto crafter, which apparently just automatically crafts the things you want. So that's pretty cool. I guess that could save a lot of time. We also have what's literally a computer CPU and a computer monitor. I don't think they work. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows. And over here we have, yes, this is literally a TV screen. We can play stuff on here. And if we want, we can literally add videos by clicking this button. Let me actually go ahead and add one of my own videos. After a lot of trial and error, I don't think my videos work because they're not in MP4 format. I could be wrong. It could be another reason, but hey, at least we can watch the Subnautica cinematic trailer here. There we go. Okay. We got like the pause, stop, fast forward buttons and everything, man. That's so cool. Over here, we have a cool little desk as well as a microwave. Okay. Wait, can we actually like start this thing? Hold on. I don't think we can enter a time, but we can definitely hit the eject button, which is interesting. We got a cool little chair over here, which we can actually sit down on. I think I saw this in the rec a lot. And then we also have a toilet here as well, which is also just what I wanted in the game. That's what I've been asking for literally years. Yes, we of course can sit on it, which is wonderful. Alright, and that's everything in this room, so let's go ahead and head to the next room. Here we go, confirm, and we're in the next room. Now, there's only one thing in here, which is of course the bunk bed, which I found kind of cool. It couldn't fit in the last room, which is unfortunate, so it's going to be in here. Yes, we can actually sleep on it and everything, which is pretty cool. It is actually kind of sad now that I think about it, because he's only one person, so like this actually has literally no use, but whatever. If it makes him feel better, you know. But yeah, those are all my favorites. There's honestly so much more besides what I've shown you just now. It gets extremely complicated, but that's all I'll be showing you guys in this video. If you do want to see everything else, or you want to try this mod out for yourself, the download link is of course in the description. And thanks to these amazing modders who made this super detailed mod, it is also completely free for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps me a ton. Huge thanks to my patrons over at Patreon: Baby Yoda, Faked Frames, Moonlord Sean, Skeptic, and Tangy. If you want to be awesome, become a patron and support today. And I will see you guys in the next video.